Okay, wait. Stay still. Just, well, hold up. Right now, I'm waiting for a perfect party. Well, I found it. Good evening, guys. How are you today? Are you good?
No.
Good.
No.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my latest vlog video. And this video will take you exactly 10 minutes. And all of you are now part of my audience. 6 months ago, I decided to become a vlogger. Not because I had a soul-searching story to tell. I just wanted the followers, the likes. And to be honest, I wanted the money. I saw a creator, daydreamer, an international student in the UK. He gained 2 million followers in just a few months by doing the absolute opposite of what everyone else was doing. While all the students were busy to show off their luxury cars, their 4.0 GPA, and he was just exhausted. He wrote the same beats up in jacket in every video and feeling like he was barely hanging on. And I was inspired by it. I'm also an international student, right? And I can also be exhausted, right? And most importantly, I have a favorite strategy. So I decided that sweater would be my personal brand and my ticket to fame. My first video was titled 30,000. And I was already calculating how to spend my first million. Then the reality didn't just hit me, it walked into the room. And actually, it really walked into my classroom during the middle of teacher class. The thing working. Of course, he didn't want my autograph. He grabbed me into his office and told me that our content wasn't positive. Sylas, delete it right now. And just like that, I was banned from appearing on campus. And my career as a global icon ended before it may just pass the criteria. Suddenly, I wasn't the next daydreamer anymore. I was just a stupid man who got in trouble. People criticized me, laughed at me, even swear at me, and I felt like a walking, talking 404 error page. And that was a joke, a very terrible joke. Well, also the hate moved from the hallways to my screen. I posted a video of eating 5 grams convenience noodles and pouring through. And the comments were brutal. Nobody wants to watch you eat trash. You are a disgrace to international students. Well, and I watched the blue light, and I watched the blue light on my phone, and feeling like bleach, out of place, broken, and even a little bit desperate. I keep replaying the comments. Disgrace, failure. So I started thinking, is that the real silence? Is these comments are talking about real silences? And my answer is no. That is not real silence. That is just a static. That is just a character that builds in your mind just to have something to throw stones at. So that is a time when I realized people's unknowing judgment are not feedback. It is just static. And you will never go by listening to static. So I made a bold change. I stopped chasing the perfect visuals and stopped obsessing with the perfect lighting and stopped being an next daydreamer. I posted a 15-second pop video about the weird things we all did. No different. And it turned out quite surprising. The videos are meticulously made. Dozens of likes. And what about this raw rented moment? I got 1,500 likes with 20,000 views. And wait, this is not the end yet. Motivated by the result, I keep creating the content because I just want to enjoy the moment of finally being seen. And well, it really happened, a very big one. I remember sitting in my father's car and a little bit sleepy, Well, my pocket was literally vibrating off my leg, and I checked my phone and see a number that didn't even look real. 4 million. 4 million people have watched my video, and I got 40,000 likes. Whoa, that is incredible, crazy for me, and I admit there's a little bit luck involved in the success. But as for a person who always live blogging videos is great too. This is really the first time. When I try to be someone else. But the moment I dare to be authentic, to be myself, the world actually chooses to listen. Because the world doesn't need a second daydream anymore, it already got a very quick. What is the world looking for, and what is people scrolling for? These are encouraging. In a school like ours, as for a basic sentence, we are taught there is only one path to be perfect. We all should be very perfect, so we must be very academic. We must take a lot of AP, we must gain a very high GPA, we must go to the world top university and get ahead in the world in the future. And it's just like every move we make is calculated. Every hour is an investment. We have become so obsessed with one thing. So we have already turned into a generation of adults. We are all chasing the same golden goal because we are all terrified of the person supposed to come. And in this race, your own voice isn't just lost. It is not even announced. It's just like we are all attending a weird show called Who Can Be the Most Boring Human Being? And in this world, we are so academic that you always forget how to speak like a normal. Well, we don't just play League of Legends. We are analyzing multiple player cooperation. We don't just speak. We are optimizing biological recovery for peak cognitive performance. We don't just scroll TikTok for an hours. We are conducting an ethnographical short-form digital consumption camp. But the moment someone dares to have a real dream, the noise actually rises. For example, Jeremy standing up and says, well guys, I have a dream. I want to start an AI company, and I'm going to start it right now, and I'm going to change the world. What is the response he gets? Does he get a go for it? No. No. His classmates, his teachers, even his parents were told him, wow, that's so cool. Okay, well, so what about your GPA? Did you finish your AP prep? What about TOEFL? And stop wasting your time, bro! You think it's the next team cook? What I want to say is that we are all taught to look for the same thing, that even though I'm not sure that is what you really want. We have become so afraid this unrealistic dream will ruin our center of education. So we have stopped dreaming altogether. However, this unrealistic dream is a greater thing in the world that push the reason. So how do we actually find our voice in all this world? Here are 3 things that actually work. First, stop calling it feedback. How is that? We are so obsessed with being alive, but next time someone drops a hateful comment or snarky remark to you, ask yourself first, is this a map or just a static? I mean, if a teacher told you your editing is a little bit messy, that is map, because it helps you to get radio ability. But the ranking guy says, well, Sylas, you are a failure. Just because one thing I did, that is not math. It is just static. Static doesn't have any direction. It has just volume. It is someone else's insecurity leaking into your world. So you don't need to fix the static, because the static can never be fully fixed. What you need to do is is to change the channel. I mean, use the noise so you can hear the real signal, and that is what you really need to hear. Second, protect your on-academic time. I'm serious, I'm not telling a joke. In a school like ours, we are taught that every second is an investment. If the time is not beneficial to Stanford application, it is a waste of time, right? Of course, wrong. Your voice won't hide in an AP textbook. It is hiding the thing you say when no one is grading you. I'm talking about an hour of pure, unfiltered uselessness. That's it. You can leave a Lego set until 2 a.m. Practice a card trick on the finger age. Or you can record a pause video like me that you might never post. Do it. Because it's you. No, because it's a must. The resume shows what you can do, but the wasted of time shows who you are. Don't let the nothings turn your soul into a spreadsheet. Third, don't take things personally. This is the hardest one, but the most important one. We spend our whole life waiting for the 5-star rating from people who don't give us notice. We are so afraid of being cringed. We fear being mocked, being judged, being cursed. But please guys, don't be afraid. What if I tell you, people will always try to edit your life to fit in your movie? I mean, they will downplay your wins and blow your mistake out of proportion. But guys, you are not a TikTok clip. Why you need to be so amazing? If a random guy calls you are a failure, just because one thing you did, one mistake you made, that is not a limited future. That is just limited vision. So don't let a person who has zero experience with editing tells you how to edit the final version. Well, I know all of this sounds great in speech, right? But in reality, it is hard. Because the noise isn't just out there. It is more likely a wall between us and the wall. It's just like this. Most of the time, we don't even realize it is there. We think we are looking at ourselves, but we are actually looking through layers of other people's expectations. Every static on comments, every must on the schedule, and every cringe shot in the hallways, it's like a smudge on this plate. When you look at me through this, you don't see me. You see my failures. You see the grades the school wants from me. You see the character the comments created for me. It's a blurry, messy version of the reality. We spend our whole life trying to clean this fear to make the disgrace of failure looking like a success. But what if I tell you, you actually don't need to fix the static? You can just throw it away and you say, I'm sick of this! You never have to force yourself to fit other standards. Never force yourself to erase your true personality. The noise fills every corner of our real life. But your inner voice is the only thing the world didn't already have. It's the only thing irreplaceable and unique in this world. So, stick to who you are. Always cherish your inner voice. Always uphold your inner value. And always embrace your authentic self. All of this because you always keep your value.